What's up guys, it's Tyler from the Aquatic Journal. I recorded an intro probably 4 or 5 days ago at this point about making a DIY canister filter. I've been working on it for 4 days. We're on probably my 4th rendition of this and I think we have it down. So I'm gonna record it this time, show you guys kind of the steps I've already done, show you what went wrong on the first few ones so that you'll kind of have a better idea of what you can do. This is super cheap. I'm guessing it probably cost me, under 25 bucks for the canister, and then the pump is whatever you decide to buy for the pump. So anywhere between, another $25 and $50. So $75 total. Easily competes with the FX6. So I'm gonna show you what we've done so far, and then we'll try and run it and see if it actually works. Fingers crossed. So what you need for this build is just a 5-gallon bucket. I drill a hole in the side that's about 3/4 of the way up the bucket. For this I used a 2-inch hole in the side of the bucket, so you kind of just measure how big your PVC pipe is and then measure or cut a hole out that's that size. And then you just fill it up to media up to the outlet. So for this build, this media was sent to me. I basically just fill it up and then use some milk crate to fill it up. The media is sent to me by Brightwater. They were nice enough to sponsor me when I told them I wanted to do this project. This is their H media. It's super nice, super porous, holds a lot of bacteria, and we've been running it for a few weeks now, and it's doing a great job at keeping the cycle going. Hey guys, I just wanted to take a break during this video to say thanks again to Brightwater for sending me the media. It's been a long time since they sent it to me, because they sent it to me this summer. And I'm just kind of getting to this video now because we've been moving, a whole lot of stuff going on. I haven't made any videos, so thanks again for sending it to me. I do really like the media. This has nothing to do with, they gave me no requirements for sending it to me. They basically just sent it to me. I had somebody say, hey, you should reach out to them, so I did, and they were nice enough to send it out to me. They sent me a lot of media, way more than enough for this project, so thank you a ton. But the media, it has been great. I think it's even better than just putting in straight coarse sponge. I think you get a little more aeration in the filter. I've been using this on the koi pond and it's been great for the few months that we've had that running since we actually filmed this video. I've also set it in some of my hang-on backs and canister filters in my fish room, and it seems to be working great. I like it a lot. I think it's super easy to use. I definitely think if you were gonna buy this or just straight coarse sponge, honestly, I would buy the H media if I was looking to buy. So I think it's a great option. I think you should look into it. They have some other options as well. You can buy all of this stuff on Amazon, so I'll have a link in the description below. Second thing I wanted to add is if you have any questions about how I made this canister filter, I didn't go real in-depth into it. So if you would like me to do an in-depth video on how to make this canister filter, let me know in the comments below and I'll be glad to do it. I didn't go into real depth. It's super easy, just a bucket, some PVC, not real difficult. But if there is any confusion and you would like to see a video on how I made it, let me know. There's also videos on my Instagram and TikTok and that kind of stuff, so you can look there as well. But if you'd like a video on YouTube on how I did it, let me know in the comments below. But back to the video. So once that's done, I basically just put a pipe all the way to the bottom of the bucket. So how this works is the water essentially goes in the top, the water goes all the way down into the bottom of the bucket, and then as the water fills up, it'll go out the output that's 3/4 of the way out of the bucket into the pond like you see here. So it's working awesome. As you can see, you get a lot of flow and you get a lot of circulation in the pond, and I have 0 issues with it working so far. So the point of this setup is, unlike it having to sit up on top, we can actually set it, right up here next to it as long as this head is above it. If you get an airtight lid, kind of like that one here, you probably can actually pump it. You can probably set it on the ground, pump it up into the pond. You just have to be concerned because it will build up pressure on the lid, so you have to have a good seal on all of them. But my intent is basically to set this bulkhead basically right on the edge of the pond, so it'll sit next to it so that the whole pond will be open. There won't be anything obstructing it now, like these 2x4s, so it'll look nice. And then the koi, when we put them in there, will be nice and happy. So we'll get this all cleaned up. Eventually we'll bring it inside, and I'm sure I'll show you kind of what it looks like then, but that's kind of what the whole point of this was. This is what it looks like once we finally got it inside. You can see the koi here in the bucket that we were about to put in the pond. This did clear up after 2 or 3 days, and then it was all looking good and clean. Overall, this project cost me about $55 if you buy all the parts just one time. As I said, that was my third attempt at making the canister filter. We tried a whole bunch of different ways of doing it, putting the pump in the bucket. So basically that was the best way that we found to do it, is putting the pump in the water, pumping it into the bucket, and then actually going out the side instead of going out the top. So I hope this is helpful. I'll put a list of all the parts in the description below, as well as quantities. But basically you can make a full 5-gallon canister filter for roughly $55. Considering an FX6, which I think is probably the most comparable one out there, is like $270. This is gonna save you a lot of money and allow you to filter a lot of water. So for those of you with big tanks, or just tanks with a lot of bioload, you can set this up. You can even set it up with a smaller pump so you get even a smaller flow out of your tank, or if you're like me trying to filter a koi pond tub. So I hope you found this helpful. I hope some of you make these. If you do make one, please let me know. You can comment below or send me a message on Instagram or even on TikTok now. So all of those are good ways to get a hold of me. So if you do make one, I'd love to see it. I hope some of you find this helpful. I hope some of you make this and filter your tanks with it and enjoy it as much as I am. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.